I jumped down from the Empire State, got a message on my roller skates, I want next to you. Walk on water, shoot the breeze, see the wood for the trees, 'cause I want next to you. Take a degree in New Age jungle man to see you again. Why don't you see what you get for freedom? Why don't you be somebody? You've got to be someone. Swoop down low with the spiritual flow, man says I gotta grow if I want next to you. I'm crawling around on my hands and knees, digging up my disease, 'cause I want next to you. Crash land in the graceland, wasteland, let it be. Let it be me. Why don't you see what you get for freedom? Why don't you be somebody? You've got to be someone. Whoa.
hypnotized, but soon your mind.
You've got something in your eyes, or is it just my imagination? I've got the kind of feeling that mine's not your kind. You should not sit and lie. You should tell me how you're feeling. I should not have to pry to open up your mind. And I will not lie. I will be here right next to you, and you will not lie. I will be here right next to Life's found a solution by bringing you to me. Yeah, I know I'm not perfect, and you're out of my league. But maybe there's a chance that you could stick around, that you could stick around. Help me to discover what love is all about. And I will not lie. I will be here right next to you, and you will not lie. I will be here right next to you.
Hello everybody, and welcome to deMars Live, episode 21. Absolutely delighted to be here this evening with you guys, and to present some fantastic independent music. Woo! We have some great tunes today. We actually are going to be playing a little bit of an extended music show today, courtesy of the fantastic Maximillion Foy, who is going to be doing a extended pick for the week, which is going to be including a amazing bunch of different artists that have come through deMars Entertainment over the past couple of months. So it's a special feature. I think it's going to be about maybe 30 minutes, including a bit of music. Yous are in for a treat. It's amazing. He did a fantastic job on it, and I commend him. I commend you, sir, for doing all that great effort and just getting into a bunch of different artists this week. Especially, you know, the gigs are kind of at a standstill and everything's sort of, we don't know where things are going, right? So it's so confusing. It's a little bit frustrating for some. It's a little bit emotional for others. So today we want to give you a little bit of a break from all that. This is your bubble, guys. This is your bubble. Forget about everything else around you for today. For the next 2 hours or so, we're going to delve into some good vibes, good music, and some great conversations as well. So I'm very much so looking forward to today's show. We have Maximillion Foy. Oh lord. Well, dude, look, you signed up for it. It's no turning back now. And you're pretty natural at it too, I have to say. You're quite good at it. So I don't think you've got anything to worry about, my friend. You're doing a great job. So I'm glad you could join us, brother. So Maximillion's segment will be in about 30 minutes or so. And then I'm gonna, so we're gonna just give him that space, give him that segment, and then we're gonna listen to some tunes as well, before and afterwards. So a lot of music. We're also gonna be joined by the ACA band members. I think we're joined by about 3 of them. So we're gonna have a bit of a chit chat with them as well, and just see what they've been up to. It's my first time chatting with them. So it'll be interesting to get to know the band a little bit, and I'll have a little bit more for you. I'll give you a little bit about them. They are a fusion of indie and blues rock with a sprinkle of pop for good measure. I love when they sprinkle a little bit of something else in there. So that's all I got from them. They're a mystery to me. So my ultimate duty today is just to get to know them a little bit better and introduce a new band to the deMars camp. So hang on, stay with us. We're here till about, I'd say we might finish a little early today. We might be done at before 8 o'clock. So you're with me for about 1 hour 30 to 2 hours max. Definitely not longer. So chill out. Slap me on the TV there, you know, so I think I'm bleeding famous. And grab yourselves a cup of tea, a vino, a beer, whatever tickles your fancy. And let's dig in to some good music. So the first bit of tunage I'm going to play for you is by JOYCE, who is a 19-year-old Dublin-based up-and-coming unsigned artist. He's a multi-instrumentalist and singer-songwriter who first embarked on his musical career at the age of 16, so only 3 years ago, and began booking and performing gigs in local pubs and clubs. Great stuff. That's how you kickstart the career, is hitting it local with gusto. From a young age, Jack has been composing his own songs and releasing his debut. He released his debut EP, Get Down, on October in 2018. His sound delivers a unique acoustic and indie pop style, but words can only tell you so much about an artist. So without further ado, I'm gonna play a tune for you by JOYCE called What's a Boy Left to Do, Ma? Very, very genuine question.
Secret beach, reading Dennis the Menace. You said you bought souls in Moscow and sold them off in Venice. And I scream, liar, liar. chateau, scene of the crime. And I just can't get enough of all this falling in love just to pass the time. You were captain of the football team, and I was a great dancer. You cried out, you never listen to me, or something, whatever. See, I was scared of that pesky kicking down your door. But what's a boy left to do, man? Where you always had the ask for Rizzler greens and TV screens and groups of three, rendezvous and bad tattoos and great kung fu. Daddy cool on the boombox, out in the boondocks, hands round my neck. All the love gonna soul, you slowly lock the door for dramatic effect. Fingerprint on the window, this four-wheel chateau, scene of the crime. And I just can't get enough of all this falling in love just to pass the time.
Alright, so that was our first bit of music today by Jack Joyce. Check him out there, guys. He's got a lot of great music out there on Spotify. The link is in the description to his profile page. Really great lyrics in there, yeah. Absolutely. Rizzler Green. God, I remember those days. Glad you like that, Colin. First bit of music today. Very young as well, 19 years old. Absolutely amazing. Sorry, I had a little bit of a snack there during the tune and I didn't get through it all. Doesn't usually happen. Usually I'll hold off for a bit of food, but the lovely Anna brought in a... What's it called, Anna? It's a crepioca. It's a tapioca crepe. Tapioca with eggs. Absolutely delicious, I have to say. So I couldn't resist. Anyway, I'll try to digest all of this and get cracking with the show. So yeah, a little bit of music, a little bit of more music for you guys. And this is by J.D. Kelleher. This was recommended to me by, I believe, DB Promotions. Excuse me. Derek, who takes care of that camp, doing a great job promoting some wonderful artists, has sent me some fantastic artists over the past few months, over the lockdown as well. So J.D. Kelleher was born in Cork and grew up in Mill Street. He is a London-based Irish LGBT actor and singer who also runs an actors talent agency for immigrant actors. Sounds really fascinating. As an actor, he appeared in many stages in Ireland and in the UK, including the Abbey Theatre in Dublin and the West End, the National Theatre and Royal Shakespeare Company in the UK. His debut single cover of the Joy Division classic Love Will Tear Us Apart was the #1 rock song of the marriage equality referendum in Ireland in 2015. And his follow-up imagery also made the charts. So yeah, fascinating guy, and has been clearly contributing a lot to the community over the past few years. He plays regularly with his band at the legendary Dublin Castle in Camden, which actually I've played that venue with Brew and Blue Sun. Fantastic venue, great times, absolutely. Jeez, I could do that again. Just getting flashbacks of playing at a stage again, guys. It's quite emotional, I have to say. Wow. So yeah, geez. He is also an award-winning photographer and filmmaker. He won Best Music Video at the Brighton Rocks Film Festival in 2019 with Redeem, and his latest video, Put Your Lights On, is part of the official selection for the inaugural London Rocks Film Festival 2020. Now, I actually wasn't aware that he has a music video for the song, and I think just to do it right, I'm going to put up his video, and it'll be my first time seeing it as well, which will be great. So we all get a little bit of a surprise. Really interesting artist, and yeah, Jesus, give him some support, especially for what he does as well and what he stands for. Clearly, you know, he's a good dude. So his link is in the description of the video, of course, guys. So yeah, let me slap this one on here for you. Hope you enjoy. So this is his cover, I believe, right? This is a cover of Put Your Lights On. Let me just put this up here. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, that should work. I'm just getting a black screen here, so bear with me a moment. Oh, I think that is it. Yeah, it's just because it's great.
Here now, all you sinners, put your lights on. Put your lights on. Here now, all you lovers, put your lights on. Put your lights on. Here now, all you killers, put your lights on. Put your lights on. Here now, all your children, leave your lights on. You better leave your lights on. There's a monster living under my bed, whispering in my ear. There's an angel with a hand on my head. She say I got nothing to fear. There's a darkness living deep in my soul. I still got a purpose to serve. Let your light shine deep into my home. God, don't let me lose my nerve. Don't let me lose my nerve. Put your lights on. Hey now, all your children, leave your lights on. You better leave your lights on, 'cause there's a monster living under my bed, whispering in my ear. There's an angel with a hand on my head. She say I got nothing to fear. She say, you'll shine like stars. She said, you'll shine like stars and fade away.
All right, so that was JD Kelleher, guys, with Put Your Lights On. Yeah, which is a Santana cover. Thank you, Rebecca. It just skipped my mind where I knew that song from. But yeah, of course, Santana cover. Really fantastic. Yeah, glad you guys like that. I'm just looking at the chat here. Welcome Lindsey, welcome Rebecca as well, and welcome your friend from and all you guys at Loco. Fair play to yous. Yeah, Kevin Casey, big shout brother for the sub, man, much appreciated. If you're watching, good to see you, and thank you for subscribing, my friend. Hope yous are all keeping well. How are you guys keeping out there? I know it's been a bit of a strange time. We're getting a lot of weird news coming out here, so hope yous are all keeping well. Everything's all right on this side. Just you know, trying to make shit happen as you know, as much as possible. Getting a little bit of flashbacks today with the show, actually, of live performancing. So I'm getting a little bit affected by it, but we must trot onwards. There's some great music coming up, guys. We've got a great little segment with it's not a little segment, it's a great segment with one Maximillion Foy, who's going to be doing an extended pick of the week for us. So there's going to be loads going on, and yeah, it should be an interesting show. We got loads of artists we're going to be playing, and we've also got the guest today will be the ACA, and they are a fusion of indie and rock blues Irish band. Don't know too much about them, so it's been a week. Has it been a week? It's been a week since oh, sorry, I didn't understand that part. Some local Irish music. Absolutely. The Cure is Irish music. Local music, absolutely. Yeah. 19th Nervous Breakdown. Telling you guys, it's crazy. Crazy what's going on. Sorry, I got food in my teeth here. But I'm glad you've joined me. Glad you are here with me this evening. As I was saying at the start, yeah, it's a little bit of a shorter show today. We've got one guest, so it's nice and easy. But I've decided to extend the Maximillion Foy segment, and it's great. I saw the video. You guys are in for a treat, so do hang on with us, and do slap a like on the video. Don't forget, guys. I know it's quite low attendance today, but I'm sure there's gonna be people watching over again. I'll be back on Saturday, just to let you know, guys, and Tuesday. And then there's going to be a little bit of a hiatus for a little bit. So I'll tell you more a little bit about that, I guess, on Tuesday. Needed break, I suppose, just to recalibrate once again, guys. These shows need recalibration every once in a while, just to make sure the quality maintains and there's other things that can be added. So anyway, welcome, guys. Good of yous to join me here tonight. I'm going to play one more tune by the wonderful Propeller Palms. And this is recommended to me today by Rebecca Cappuccini of Viking Promotions. So this is a Waterford-based band, if I'm not mistaken. They were set up in 2009 by Paul Butler, who was a local singer-songwriter who wanted to create something new. He got the idea for the band upon returning to Ireland and used his experience to put it all together The band's biggest achievement to date is the success and response received after completing the Howard Marks Tour of Ireland in 2010-2011. I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to look into that. The Howard Marks Tour. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. The tour was held in some of the country's top venues, including the Pavilion in Cork, Dolan's in Limerick, and the Forum in Waterford. There you go. I know Dolan's now because I know they did a live stream, and that's all how I know them, which is interesting, isn't it? We get to know all these different venues because of this lockdown. We seem to know a little bit more. Well, I do anyway. I don't know about you guys. I'm definitely delving into more music for sure. In regions I wouldn't normally delve, if you know what I mean. That sounds a little bit naughty. So yeah, anyway, Propeller Palms. These are actually fantastic, I have to say. So it was a great find by Rebecca. So let me slap this up here for yous. Citizen Chain by Propeller Palms. What a track. Yeah, that was a great find. Fair play to you. One of Rebecca's homegrown own bands from Waterford. Jesus, there's too much. There's just too much good music out there, guys. It's unbelievable. Fair play to you for sending that over. Speaking of Rebecca, I'd like to give her a big congrats on the show for it's been 1 year. It's been 1 year since she was handed the Viking Promotions platform from the former owner, and she's done an amazing job. I didn't know Viking Promotions before. I only knew of Viking Promotions after I met Rebecca, and that was back in May. So want to give her a massive congratulations, guys. Give her a big congrats in the chat for doing so much for independent music, and particularly music from Waterford. You know, she's really been pushing the music scene over there. Extremely passionate person with music. So let's give her a big feckin' congratulations. On our 1 year anniversary. Yeah, 1 year anniversary. So, I mean, it takes a lot to commit to something like that, you know, for so long. And wishing you many, many more years of, just good times, good music, good vibes, and success. You know, what else? What more could you really ask for? So, yeah, massive shout out. Give her a follow on Facebook, Viking Promotions. She does loads of other stuff. She's a food blogger. She is a comedian. She is a reviewer now for deMars magazine, and obviously she does the pick for the weekend as well. She was the first person essentially to join the deMars live team, so she braved that first sort of that first wave, you know. And then we had some wonderful people as well, Maximillion Foy being one of them, and Claire Nolan of course as well joining in. So yeah, it's great. It's great team, guys. I'm absolutely very, very grateful. That's all I'll say. Just very grateful for everybody. So, yeah, look, before I get all emotional about it, let's kick into our pick of the week with the wonderful Maximillion Foy, guys. I'm telling you, you are in for a big treat. Enjoy.
Freak out, yeah. It's the Macho Man, ruler of the madness, inviting you to the pick of the week. Dig it now.
We are back with a very special edition of the Pick of the Week. My name is Maximillion Foy, and this week I've been giddy with creative energy for some reason, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. You see, traditionally I love the build up to Halloween, the night's getting long, and it's the same this year. It means Christmas is on the way, and some important birthdays are coming up, and lots of other tent poles are about to happen in my life that I look forward annually. Unfortunately, life has been shit, and there is a danger that the winter months might dim our spirits further, especially if another lockdown comes in. So, I am putting into action my very own 2020 rescue plan. See, I've decided that I'm going to start treating the next few months as an extended stay in a submarine or being on a space shuttle. Do you ever see in movies where the astronauts try and celebrate Halloween or Christmas on board the spaceship and all the decorations go floating and flying around the place? Well, that's going to be me. I'm having a bleeding party for the next 2.5 months, by God. And you know what every party needs? A banging soundtrack. So for the pick of the week this week, I'm doing something different, and I'm running down some of my favourite party songs from the Irish independent music scene. Smiley face. So there are several stages to any party / sesh. I'm going to do some sort of an effect there so it's cool. And it is by these revered stages that I'll be categorising these songs. On a side note, I would like to say that I'm not saying every party and every sesh are the same exclusively, but I'm also going to say that 9 times out of 10, every time I have a party, it inevitably becomes a sesh and vice versa. So in my book, the same rules apply. Cool. And I want to say up front right here now that I'm not encouraging you to go out and have a house party, flaunt the lockdown restrictions. No. I'm just hyping you up with some timely advice on how to plan a gathering for once this lockdown is all but a distant memory. Everybody okay with the rules? That's fine. I'm going to change into something more becoming, and I'm going to come back to you with stage 1. Pre-drinks. So if you're anything like me, you like to be at least 25% pissed by the time the first guest even arrives. That's right, whether on your own or with company, pre-drinking is a sacred ritual by which we align our mojo, get on all our nicest clobber, and repeat over and over to our own reflections, I'm dead sexy. Oh, just me? Well, that's okay. You still need a good bop to get you in the mood for some Saturday Night Fever. So how about a song that's so nice they made the video twice? I'm talking about disco and I'm talking about Lipton Village. So pull yourself some disco shapes and get yourself in the mood, my son, because you are fucking deadly. Stage 2, Deadly on Arrival. Bless you, my child. In layman's terms, this is the perfect song to have on when your mates arrive, so they think that you're the coolest motherfucker who ever walked the face of this earth. First impressions, fundamental. And personally, I've gone to many a party, heard a crappy song playing inside, and not even bothered to knock. I've just hired a taxi and fucked off somewhere else. So avoid such no-shows by blaring the signature song from the coolest duo ever to come out of Bray. It's Sammy and King CJ, the Bray Side Boys. And if your friends ask you how come you're playing this song every time somebody arrives, say it's my fucking party, I'll play the Bray Side Boys as many times as I want. And if you don't like it, you can fucking sling your hook, sunshine. Hi, I'm a famous influencer and this is part 3, the preamble. That's right, darling, the part of the night where everybody gets to know each other. Sometimes it's a little bit awkward, sometimes everyone hits it off right away. But whatever the case, some nice chill upbeat vibes will loosen everybody up so the chats flow and the inhibitions are stripped away. This is the time where you get your cameras out and you take those angular pictures that might end up on your Instagram, that might end up on the cover of the Sunday World if it all goes awry. It's up to you and how the night progresses. For this important part of the evening, I'm going to go with some crunchy pop from brother and sister duo Banya. So check out some Banya and be classy, people. Be classy to yourself. Be classy to other people. Just be classy. Just be fucking class. So now it's time for stage 4 and the main event of the evening. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the heat of it. Fast forward an hour and your party is banging. Everybody's langered, your mates are upstairs in the bathroom either getting sick or in the laundry room downstairs getting fucking laid. The real men though, they're arm in arm in the sitting room, singing at the top of their lungs, knocking cans back and knocking ashtrays off the mantelpiece and telling each other that even though they're all blokes, they love each other anyway. And what song could have triggered such delirium? Well, it's gotta be the indie rock legend Kevin Casey and his belter Sing My Soul to Sleep. Stio, I love ya, man. You're me best mate, so yeah. So you've made it. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. You can hear the twitter of birds beginning to wake up and chirp outside your window, and all but the most hardcore of your mates have gone home to prepare for their inevitable hangovers. Now, I know you promised yourself this wasn't going to happen. The last time you gave in, the ambulance had to be called, for fuck's sake. But screw it, you're turning 30 in a month's time. And you're thinking, how many more times am I going to be able to do this? So you make the call. We are now officially entering the sesh. That magical time when you make the best friends you ever did in your life and totally forget about them within the next 24 hours. That wonderful period where a man arrives at your door and gives you some very expensive but very naughty pixie dust that you eat with your nosy woes. That time and place where time stands still and gives way to total contentment and relaxation until they eject you back into the cold, cruel world like a baby being expelled from its mother's womb. So go on! Treat yourself while you can and get my girl Annalise Fourkeen with her lovely smooth beats, soothing lyrics and warm vibes to snuggle you like a hot water bottle before this all comes to a crashing end. You deserve it, sunshine, and do yourself a favour, preload some Alexi onto your iPod so you can listen to it on the way home. You're going to fucking need it in the morning, sunshine. You've had one hell of a fucking night. Now I know you're thinking, what was the point of all of that? That's it, that's your party soundtrack. Now, I'm going to admit that I had a bit of an ulterior motive for doing all of this. And that was to remind you and to remind all of the lovely folks watching that I featured a lot of people on this segment in the last while. And even though I move on from them, it's really great to just keep them in your wheelhouse. Keep on playing them, keep on listening to them, keep on supporting them on Facebook, on Spotify, on Instagram. Get to know the folks in the scene, and the next time you throw a party, play some local stuff and leave Kygo on the shelf. I can't stand that fucker anyway. So I've been Maximillion Foy. Check me out at Maximillion _ Foy on Instagram, and all my other shit like Friends of Dorothy and Murder Most Irish, and of course here on the deMars Entertainment Network. So I'm going to give you back to the man with the plan, that Kozak man, and thank you so much for dropping in. Bye bye.
like no other. And if you respect me, won't find another. Yeah, you know I feel you, baby. I am your lover. And if you can please me, won't love another. Don't let go the disco. Don't let go the disco. Don't let go of the disco. Don't let go the disco. Don't let go the disco. Don't let go of the disco. Don't let go, don't let go, don't let go. Don't let go, don't let go, don't let go. Don't let go, don't let go, don't let go. Don't let go of the disco. Don't let go, don't let go, don't let go. Don't let go of the disco.
Alright guys, that was the wonderful Lipton Village with Disco, and of course that came straight out of Maximillion's picks for this week, and there were so many great ones in there. We're going to play a couple of more. Our guest, the ACA project, are going to come on at 7 o'clock, so we're going to get a little bit of music in. We only have one guest on today, so we're going to get a little bit more of that independent music in before they do. So yeah guys, if you hadn't hit the like button yet, do slap that like, and of course if you hadn't hit that subscribe, guys, it's about time you slap that subscribe and the bell if you're feeling lucky, and get notified whenever I go live. The next show is going to be on this Saturday and on Tuesday. Then there's going to be a little bit of a break, so don't forget to catch those next two shows. We got some great guests as well, so hang on with us for another little bit. I'm going to play some Brayside Boys. I'm going to play some Bonya. I might be able to have time to play maybe one or two more tracks, Alexi, and I'm sure we probably might be able to play all of the tracks that Colin had mentioned. I think it would be great to try and get all of them. So Brayside Boys next. Let's do it.
Yo, what's up, dude? Yo, man, I gotta show you, like, you remember that track we just made last week ago? Yeah, Brayside. Man, check how that trending. Hold up. 4 million views? I'm telling you, bro. We killing this. That's dope, man. I'm killing this, man. I cannot believe this is what's up. Damn. This is what's up. I think we need to make a video for this, man. What do you think about that? Man, you talking about a music video for this? Yeah. What's that? I'm trying to see that. Yeah.
Welcome to Show Me the Rap Music.
Brayside. Look, where you from? I'm from Bray. Yes. Been around the world, this is the best place. Brayside, hold it down, my nigga. Little you know I'm doing this. I got a house, yeah, it's looking like a condo. All these trees got me feeling like a Rambo. For real, drug a nigga hotter than Toronto. Said shit ain't wanted by the nigga came with it though. I got a bitch shaking the ass, yeah, do that. Walking in the streets and everybody like, who that? It's I made my nigga, yeah, do that. Check my hustle, all I need is that moolah. I got a tattoo, says a nigga with an attitude. Ain't nothing that a nigga didn't do. I said I got an attitude, cause I be killing this side by side. Yeah, you feeling me, play what's up. Till my mama I made it, I guess I made it fast. I'm in the foreign country like an outcast. They're like, would you kill me? I tell them cash. And I'm moving the whole city like a down for five. Put some weed on that mic and call it bro bag. All my hustle skills I got it from Joe back. WWE, all them niggas let them go back. I'm getting more respect than they got. And all I do is stuck like a
a car key. You didn't get. I say, all I do is stack like a car key. I got my whole city with me. Everybody love me. Everywhere we go, everybody screaming. Bayside, 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 Bayside. I got my whole city with me. Everybody love me. Everywhere we go, everybody screaming. Bayside, 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 Bayside. I told you we can do this.
Now we did it, man.
I told you we can do it.
Now we did it, man.
I told you we can do this.
Now we did it, man.
I told you we can do it.
Now we did it, man.
I'm a king, ruling on this Bayside.
Making the money, keeping the hustle on the brace side.
Getting all this dough like a big girl.
Hell yeah, nice girls on the west side.
She said she wanna dance with me.
Said she wanna dance. I tell her bitch get low.
She needs a rider kiss me cause I'm not told.
I tell her won't miss, just do what you go.
Left, right, left, right.
Watch that booty go.
Left, right, left, right.
Watch that booty go.
Left, right, left, right.
Watch that booty go.
Left, right, left, right. I got my whole city with me. Everybody love me. Everywhere we go, everybody screaming. Bayside, 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 Bayside. I got my whole city with me. Everybody love me. Anywhere we go, everybody screaming. Bayside, 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 Bayside. I told you we can do this.
Now we did it, man.
I told you we can do it.
Now we did it, man.
I told you we can do this.
Now we did it, man.
I told you we can do it.
Now we did it, man.
Everybody love me. Anywhere we go, everybody screaming like Bayside, 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 Bayside. I got my whole city with me. Everybody love me. Anywhere we go, everybody screaming like Bayside, 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 Bayside.
What's up, man? Man, that was dope, man. How you think about that?
Amazing, and that was Maximillion Foy's choice when upon entering a party. I couldn't agree with you more there, brother. Those two guys, Sammy and CJ, are definitely the life of the party, and I've experienced that myself during transmission. The guys are just this amazing personality, amazing ball of energy, and had a delight hanging around with them. Very lucky to have gotten to see Brayside Boys live, along with so many others at that festival, guys. Don't know when I'm going to see them again, right? So the next one that Colin, I keep calling you Colin, then Maximilian, then Max. So I guess it's like me with multiple names. I kind of see how everybody else feels. So we've got Bonya next. So Bonya are a brother and sister duo, and the project started only about a couple of months ago. That was at the beginning of this year. They also played a Transmission festival, and they are really, really fantastic. It's kind of an electro sort of poppy vibe, and yeah, really good music. So they decided to join forces when they realized that there was something that they could essentially do together. So yeah, really, really good duo. I'm gonna play Stuck Under, which was released 5 months ago. Let me see if that's the most recent one. I know that they've released a couple of tracks as of late, so I want to make sure I maybe get the most latest one. Let's see, what do we have here? Yeah, I think I'll play Stuck Under. Yeah, there we go. All right, enjoy. Bit of Bonya. a bit of Banya with Stuck Under. I think that might have been their first song released as a duo. I didn't prepare on any notes for this segment, so I'm kind of going on the top of my head here, so I might be throwing out a couple of bit of wrong or skewed information, I like to call it. But the video is by Ewan Murphy, which I think is just really fantastic, extremely simplistic, and but effective, I have to say. So I remember when they released that, and I was doing the deMars live probably a couple of weeks, you know, so I reached out to them. I knew Aisling Jarvis from a past life, you could say. We played in a project together. I think we played a gig or two together in a project, and yeah, it was just really nice to see that she was doing some great stuff, and I had to reach out and chat to her. So I had a great chat with her and her brother. So it was great. Yeah, great tracks chosen by Colin. That's why we have him. That's why. Well, one of the reasons. There's many reasons why Colin Foy is with deMars. But he's got a really good taste in music. So fair play to you, brother. Nice one for all the hard work. I know you put in a lot. So, and I'm looking forward to your upcoming review, actually. So I'm really looking forward to reading that on the deMars magazine, guys, of course. Got to throw that plug out there. So yeah, if anybody hasn't liked the stream, give that stream a like. We're going to have a chat very shortly with the ACA, and that'll be in about 8 minutes or so. So I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to try and get up a little bit of music. So we've got potentially 2 more tracks to play. Let's see if I can get them out before our guest. So this is Alexi, and this might not be in order, Colin. So I hope, I mean, if it's not, it's not. But this is the one in the taxi ride home, I believe. So this will be Alexi, and this is one of his, well, I think actually it's his 3rd song released this year, which is crazy. He's released actually about 6 songs under his own name, which is amazing. 1, 2, 3, 5 actually, and actually yes, 5, yeah, which is great. And of course he's in the Project Fires, as you guys know at this stage. I don't have to tell you this anymore, because these are all regulars and these are all tuning in, and it's great. We're learning so much in-depthness about each artist. We're just going to know everything about the independent music scene at the end of this, if there's an end, right? We could forever be stuck in this purgatory. But anyway, let's not be negative. Kozak, chill. It's grand. Be positive. Where's the positivity? Alright, this is called which one am I gonna pick? I'm gonna pick Maybe One Day I Can Make You Proud by Alexi.
party, and you're both talking to other people, and you're laughing and shining, and you look across the room and catch each other's eyes, but not because you're possessive or it's precisely sexual, but because that is your person in this life.
Love is to me. Maybe I'll find out after all these years. 'Cause all I can see is the same faces looking straight through me. Oh, and again I go, 'cause nobody knows half the life I live. Feelings come and go, hurts and loss, I know I want something new now. 'Cause I miss me. Never met me, should I say? Maybe find me. I will tell you what I want then. Oh, all the thrills and sorrows of young life. Shiver just to think of it, but it proves me turned to ashes of what I used to be. I'm scared of love again. Don't wanna lose myself when I finally realize, oh, my heart's no longer just mine. 'Cause I miss me. Never met me, should I say? Maybe find me. I will tell you what I want then. I want something real, someone I can be myself still. I want something real, someone I can be myself still.
Alright guys, that was our last bit of tunage from our picks of the week from the wonderful Maximillion Foy, dude. Absolutely fair play to you, man, for selecting such a wonderful bunch of artists for your segment this week. I know you're saying you're trying something new and it really, really worked. So I really appreciate your creativity for making something like this happen. And obviously it took a lot of work and a lot of costumes to make it all happen. So fair play to you, brother. Give Maximillion Foy a bit of love there, guys, in the chat. He well deserves it. He's putting a lot of hard work into this show and his other shows as well, Friends of Dorothy. And I'm not even sure what other projects you're up to these days, brother, but you're welcome to share them in there in the chat as well. I have to link you all to Maximillion Foy, an absolute legend. Pleasure having you on board, man. That was Annalise Firkin, by the way, and she is joining us this Saturday. Yes, this Saturday, along with another Maximillion Foy suggestion, Kind. Yes, do you remember Kind? They are fantastic, guys. Amazing band. Matthew is going to join us on Saturday. So we've got two, coincidentally, I love when it works out like this, two artists that have been suggested by Maximillion Foy himself. He is expanding the deMars network. So much love to you, brother. Fair play to you for all the wonderful suggestions. All right, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed that anyway. Let's bring on our only guest tonight, which is brilliant. We've got our only guests, and we're joined by the ACA. And we've got 2 members so far. We got 2 Adams. So guys, if you want to unmute yourself, I'll unmute you there. Just click on unmute, and let's see if we can fitches into my screen. This is an issue that I seem to always have. So I have to turn off my video. I can hide self view, and then let's see how you guys are sitting here. I don't know if you guys have tuned in onto the show, but you can see that there's a yellow couch that you are supposed to be sitting on. But let's see if I can just make it work. Bear with me a second. Let's see. Might have to turn off my video. Oh, that's interesting. It doesn't show me side-to-side view anymore. I can show my video then in that case. Don't think that'll make a difference. Let's see. Sorry about this, guys. A little bit of a technical thing. This always happens when I have multiple people in Zoom, and I never seem to get fucking myself sorted and figuring this template out. But we've got Adam Doyle sitting on top of how it seems. Unfortunately, we got Adam Doyle sitting on top of Adam Lamb. Correct?
Ideal.
How's it going? Absolutely ideal. Yeah. Okay. Give me a second, guys. And Kathy is joining us. Is that correct?
Oh, that's our drummer. That's his mother's name.
Of course it is. Of course a drummer would make that faux pas, huh? Make that mistake.
Kathy's coming.
Brilliant. Okay, so I don't have you on screen yet, guys. I'll just load this up a little bit before I transition onto the thing. Let's see. So it's just the 3 of you, or we're expecting one more, right? Because he's the 4th, technically, right?
He won't be able to make it. He's
problem.
On night shifts at the moment.
No problem at all. Okay, now we got... so what's your drummer's name?
Kieran.
Okay, so close. Kieran,
Okay.
Kathy, we can make it work. I don't think he realizes his name is Kathy in the Zoom.
No.
But however. Great. Okay, I think I got you guys. Wham bam. Thank you, bam. Welcome, guys. How are you keeping?
Good now, good.
Everything's on.
Great. Pleasure to meet all 3 of you together. Adam Doyle. Do you have nicknames for each other? How do you call each other? Because 2 Adams can be a little bit tricky.
They just call me Doyle, and then Lamb
Just call me Lamb.
Oh, really? Okay, so nothing too crazy, right? And your drummer's name again is
Kieran.
That's Fitz.
Kieran.
But we call him Fitz.
Fitz. Okay, great. Oh, that's much easier. Okay, great. And together, and you are missing 1 member. So who are you guys missing?
His name is Ori Livingston. He moved over recently from South Africa. He's our newest member.
Brilliant. So what does he play?
He's lead guitar.
Lead guitar. Excellent, guys. So you guys together are called the ACA. So by the way, Kieran, Fitzy, can you hear me? He looks a little confused. So let's see if he can get the audio working. It takes a little bit to get cracking. There we go. You can hear me, Fitzy. So you just have to press. Let me see if you want to just press unmute there on your screen, and you're ready to go.
Yeah, perfect. Sorry about that.
Perfect.
That's all good, man. That's all good. Welcome to the show. So yeah, tell us a little bit. So Adam, we spoke a little bit, or Doyle, we spoke a little bit. This is good. I'm gonna have to get used to this on the phone last week. But don't worry, I'll warm up. So tell us a little bit about the ACA. Tell me a little bit about the project, because I don't know too much about you guys at the moment. So give us a little rundown.
We're a 3-piece band. Well, we were a 3-piece band originally starting out. And I met Kieran about 2.5 years ago. And it originally just started as us playing, just the 2 of us. Me and Lamb were in a band back when we were like 15, 16. So I thought to ask him to join. And that kind of brought the 3 members together. And for a very long time, it was just 3 of us. And then we kind of decided that we'd get a rhythm player in. And we got a player in, but they didn't really fit the bill. So we went back to a 3-piece, and now we're back on track with a 4th member, who obviously can't be here right now.
Yeah, amazing. And so did you bring in? So you brought in a lead member now, lead guitarist. Was it so? What instruments do you play, Doyler, and Lamb as well? What do you guys play?
I am. Well, I was originally the lead player, and I sang as well. But then when we asked Ori to join, we kind of, myself and him were jamming, and it was pretty clear who needed to be the lead player between the two of us.
But you're still the singer though, right?
Still the vocalist, yeah.
That's okay. I mean, that's a lot of responsibility, right? Being the lead vocalist and lead guitarist, right? I mean, that's a lot of pressure. How did you make that work?
I got very good at covering up mistakes, definitely live. You know, might press a wrong pedal while I'm holding a note. But now that Ori's joined, I can kind of sit back and relax a little bit more, and I actually enjoy performing, like even in practice together now that I have that pressure taken off me, which is nice. Like, but
yeah,
there was a couple of gigs that we were playing, and yeah, I was sweating pretty hard, making sure that I kept everything up.
That's a lot of work. Yeah, no, I've played in the 3-piece myself as a drummer, you know, so it was kind of a funk outfit. And yeah, our singer was also the lead guitarist. Now, it was a lot of work because you have to fill a lot of space too, right? Because you're not getting that rhythmic. So, I mean, you can, obviously, but let's say if you're doing a solo, it can be quite difficult. A lot of pressure on the bassist, for example, to try and fill those missing tones. And Lam, I'm gonna just unmute you there. I want to ask you a question. I might have muted you again there. Sorry, my bad. How did you find playing the bass in a 3-piece and then transitioning into sort of like a rhythmic guitar thing? Did your bass change? Did you?
Well, I'll tell you now. When I joined the band, I didn't even have a bass. I was originally a guitar player, and so I invested in an octave pedal that did the job for a while. But I said, fuck it, I have to buy a bass now, really. So I did buy a bass.
You bit the bullet.
Being a guitar player anyway, I suppose my bass playing it's a weird hybrid of guitar and bass playing rather than just, I'm not slapping and popping as such. But it seems to suit the band. Has my playing changed since Ori joined? Not necessarily. I don't think I'd say that. It's kind of more the same really, but he's bringing some amazing songs that are kind of inspiring us all, I think, to think a little differently about the way we're playing the music or what we can add in or whatever. So hope that answers your question.
And what about yourself, Fitzy? Because I know drums can be busy at times, and maybe primarily when you're recording, it's a little bit more, you know, sometimes you're working to a metronome or whatever. But when you play live, sometimes there's opportunities and spaces to open up and stuff like that. Have you changed your style at all with regard to a new member? It's always very interesting to see what happens.
Well, I have to say, not too much. No, I must say. Like, I mean, like obviously being in the studio, I'm not a huge fan of being in the studio. It's a lot of like very restricting. Like, do you know what I mean? Like even following the metronome sometimes can like put me off. Like being a drummer, you kind of go to your own time, you know, and when you have that in your ear the whole time, it can put you off. Live playing though, different story altogether. Like it's class. Do you know what
absolutely.
I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I played. Like I've been in the studio a couple of times as a drummer, and I've played at times where it's like, okay, obviously the drums are generally recorded first, right? Especially in the whatever, somebody can record a guide track for you as a drummer, but you know, for the main song. So sometimes, you know, it's okay, you can just record your own drums first without a click or whatever and just get into the feel of it. So obviously I've done it as well with a click. Definitely a huge difference. So you're more so of a live drummer. So you guys released how many do we have? We've got 3-4 songs already released since 2019. Tell us a little bit about the songs you've released and sort of the process. I suppose Doyler, if you want to hop in there.
Yeah, well, like I suppose I'd be the primary songwriter. But since Ori's joined, we've been kind of splitting that role a little bit, which is nice. Again, takes the pressure off. But the songs that we have on Spotify, there's 4 of them at the moment. We have Trouble was the first one we released. And it's a really upbeat kind of punk song, kind of mainstream. And I just wrote it, like I wrote that back when I was in secondary school, so it kind of has a young feel to it. It's not very mature in terms of music personally, but it's a fun song to play. It's one of our most well received at a live setting, and it's still to this day our most streamed.
More optimistic, perhaps.
Say that again.
More optimistic, perhaps.
Maybe as I get older and see real life, it's not as fun as it was when I was back in school.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that would be a kind of our most successful release so far, and it went very well. But then we released 3 others. So Flurry kind of brought in more of the sound that we were going for. We are an indie band, but we do have psychedelic roots. I mean, I listen to psychedelic music a lot. I know Lam does as well. Like Lam's favorite band would be Tame Impala. I'm a Beatles madman, and then since I got into psychedelics through them, like psychedelic music through them, like my whole music kind of outlook changed, and naturally that's not as mainstream. So I think that has a little bit to do with why it didn't do as well on release. But most of our songs, it's kind of a nice fusion between indie rock and a psychedelic rock, which is a weird one. I haven't really heard much other bands doing it.
Yeah, no, it is. It definitely, absolutely, because you have these pop elements as well that kind of make it more mainstream. So it is accessible, right? And I see what you mean, like, you know, but also you have, you know, because prog rock, obviously you can go off on one. The great thing is as well is like if you have like these, you don't create yourself these boundaries musically. You can always release, you know, an EP or an LP or an album with said 12-minute song. I know prog rock doesn't always mean it needs to be a long song, but generally it's a longer journey, right? It's not conventional verse, chorus, bridge, or verse, chorus, verse, bridge, chorus, or whatever. So it's very interesting. Did you use the same producer for all of these tunes, or how did you guys record it?
For the ones on Spotify, we were in a studio in Portlaoise called Red Lake Recording Studios.
Yeah.
And
is that your man? Sorry to cut you. Is that your man from the Lost Messiahs?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
no,
that's a different guy I'm thinking of.
But yeah, so he it was our first experience recording, and it was kind of like a band retreat as well, because we were all living in like a caravan together pretty much for the whole weekend, and it was a great experience. But most recently we recorded down in Clay Castle in Youghal, and that was a different experience altogether. It was fantastic, and that's what our next 3 songs that we're going to be releasing were recorded down there.
Brilliant. How was the producer change for you, moving from one to another?
Different. They definitely had different takes on how to do things. I think I was much less. I suppose when we went in originally up to Portlaoise, we weren't as confident in the studio. It was our first time there, so we kind of listened completely to the producer, you know. So the producer kind of helped us learn a bit about what we needed to do in the studio, and we kind of followed his lead. Whereas this next time around, it was much more the producer sat back and the band took the lead. And I think that's just a confidence thing. When you go into a studio, you're paying a lot of money. You want to hear the professionals' advice, but at the same time, you got to keep your own roots and stay true to what you actually want. So I think we got that much better the second time around. And I think when we do release all the 3 songs, our fans will see that.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you're totally right. I've gone through the same myself, and it is a confidence thing. It is about knowing sort of what you want as well. It's kind of having that final vision, which it's easy to omit it, especially when you're in the sort of like mental territory of like, I want to get this song done, you know, I want to get a song done even, do you know what I mean? But you can even see by the song lengths, and I know that's not obviously everything, but you know, you've got about 3.5 minutes, 3:40 or whatever with the first 2 songs you recorded, and then you're moving up to a little bit of a longer sort of tune, so perhaps that's opened you up a little bit as well time wise, because I know producers can want, you know, they have a restriction in their head of what is radio play, right?
But realistically, I mean, we don't write songs, well, not at the moment anyway, to, like, I know we said that we consider ourselves an indie band, and you brought in the progressive rock kind of comparison. We have songs that can go 12 minutes if we want, but like for me personally, I don't sit down and say, I want to write a prog song or I want to write a psychedelic rock song. I just write whatever.
It just comes out that way.
Yeah, and I suppose then it's a case of this EP that we're going to release, we're going to group the songs that are the most kind of the same genre, I suppose, on one EP, because that's how we decided to do it best. Now we might change that going forward. We might go down another EP route. We might go down an LP route. We haven't decided yet fully as a band, but then the next 3 songs we release will kind of, I think, direct us better going forward.
How long is so you might have mentioned it in passing there, how long are you guys together? Even
so I'm playing with Kieran for 2.5 years, and with Lamb for 2 years. So we've been the ACA for 2 years, and Ori joined about a month ago. So
how was it like bringing in? So what made you guys bring in an extra musician at a time where you can't gig?
Well, we thought, for me personally, we didn't want to. We knew we couldn't gig, so what better time to get somebody up to speed with things when there's not the pressure of a gig.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah,
but
great.
I can't wait now because we haven't played a gig with Ori yet, and like he's brought the sound, like the sound quality of us, I think, has gone up since he's joined. I think I could never go back to being a 3-piece again, even if something terrible happened.
Well,
yeah.
What do you think, Lam? Or is Lam frozen? Is he or?
Lam, are you trying to talk to us?
He was trying to comment on something
Am
there.
I feel frozen? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Facially, you're frozen.
My internet connection's been unstable. Sorry about that. All I was going to say is that I think we found this time in the studio with the songs we've been writing lately a lot as well, that really we do need the 2 guitars to kind of fill out the sound sonically, at least. So to have the addition of Ori, it was more a must rather than a want, you know.
I get you. Yeah, you were able to sort of look at or have a listen or step back even and just say like there needed to be an extra element added in, which is great. What does the ACA is the ACA mean something?
So people probably would guess that it just means, you know, Adam, Kieran, and Adam, which would be the.
I never would have thought. No, I'm not that intelligent.
The educated guess. It's a funny story. It's a bit inappropriate. But
you want to tell the story now?
There's no censorship
why not?
on this
Go on,
show.
tell it. Go on, it's funny. Go on.
So, about how long ago was it now, Kieran? Like a year and a half ago?
I suppose it was about
2 years ago.
About
2 years ago. Yeah. So I was single at the time, personally, and I was talking to a French au pair who was over in Ireland for the time. And myself and her, we really hit it off, and things started flipping, you know. And as you can imagine, you know, one thing led to another, and whatever. So that was all well and good, but after that was done, it kind of seemed that she wasn't really interested in me anymore. She was more interested in Kieran. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
we're a band. This is surely going to happen sometime down the road, you know. And so they went off and they did
copulated.
Whatever. shared a pint of milk, maybe, I don't know. And then after that, she decided, nah, Kieran's not for her either, and so she'll try come back for me again. So
oh wow,
it really signifies going from Adam to Kieran. Back to Adam.
And what about Lamb? Like poor Lamb. Like
I'm just watching from the sidelines.
You're just
bit of popcorn.
Lamb's in a committed relationship, and he has been for a very long time. So
great.
He was never in on it, but I'm sure it wasn't because of his looks or anything.
Yeah, no,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's definitely not because he's a bassist either, right?
Nah, not.
I'm only messing. Interesting story. Yeah, that's and these are still friends after that as well.
Oh god, amazing. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No
We're
bad
a band.
Blood.
It's gonna happen at some stage, and as I said, it wasn't like. Yeah, it was a bit of banter. It was a bit of fun, and it's a good story. So we're happy to say we've experienced it anyway.
Amazing. No, very, very interesting story. Fair play to you for sharing it. Do you say that? Do you share? Have you done interviews before? Have you done many interviews on radio stations stuff? How you guys?
Maybe.
No, this is our first one. Would you believe?
No way! Wow, brilliant. Well, you are very welcome. I'm delighted to have you on the show. Then, in that case, it's always nice to kind of give people a first experience with something. So, I wish you many more interviews and you know, maybe you probably should mention, I don't know, maybe, yeah, no, I think it's okay to mention that story, to be honest. It's not as bad as I thought it'd be. I was expecting a lot worse.
Well, you didn't get all the details.
I didn't get all the details. That is true. That is true. But anyway, I guess we're here for the music, so I won't start picking your brains too much. But what about like inspirations? Actually, I'd be interested to know like what kind of influences you individually. I know you mentioned a little bit there, but I'd love to go around to three of you since we're kind of working in a group aspect just to get everybody involved, and what sort of personally influences you, whether it be direct towards the band itself or just on the side, whatever inspires you as a musician. I guess I'll start with you, Fitzy, as the drummer. What kind of gets you inspired?
Well, personally, the main band that I would listen to more than anything else would be Arctic Monkeys, and their kind of style would have influenced my drumming a lot. But of course, then like I still go back to the classics. Like I'm a huge fan of Buddy Rich, like
Nice.
massive fan, love his stuff. Like absolutely great inspiration when you're looking for a kind of a different kind of route to go down. But there's also a few American drummers that I follow, and I watch their content regularly. Like there's a guy called Stanley Randolph, absolutely amazing drummer, absolutely fantastic. There's another guy, Tony Royster, as well.
Yeah.
Mainly these days, like all I would listen to is drummers. I wouldn't really even listen to much actual bands or music. Like it's just mainly just drummers for a bit of inspiration and to learn a bit more as well. Like, you know what I mean?
Great. Yeah, it's good because you can kind of hone in on some of the technical bits as well, right? Or
yeah, exactly. Like,
nice.
but like my background is actually classical. I used to play orchestral percussion for a very long time. And it was only when I kind of turned about 16, 17, I started playing kit, and I realized, oh wait, this is way down my street. Like, I mean, this is much more me. Like,
it's great though. It's so good to be learning. You learned the foundations. Do you know what I mean? And of rhythm, so you going onto the kit, like you didn't go in there with and you didn't. I'm sure you didn't develop any bad habits or anything like that. I'd say because you already had that technique of.
Totally, 100%, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So that's great. No, that's how my dad's into classical music, and that's how he says I should have started. I should have just started with the snare drum on its own, or the pad, not even the snare drum. Do you know what I mean?
Like I mean, even like I used to teach myself a few years ago as well, and any student I had, like they would spend at least a month or two on the pad before they went near the kit. Like, do you know what I mean?
Very standard. I should have done that myself. My rudimentary skills was really sloppy at the beginning of my drumming, and probably still is. People probably.
But it's not as fun. That's the thing, you see. It's great crack being behind the kit, like, do you know what I mean? So
absolutely, there's no comparison for sure. But it's always good to know that basics. And once you get that fast rudiment around a kit, it's so satisfying compared to just like blindly going into it. And what about yourself, Lam? Tell us a little bit about your influences.
So growing up, I would have heard a lot of REM and U2 in my house, which is probably where I found a love for delay anyway from the age. As I got older, I got into the likes of Arctic Monkeys, as Fitz said. I really liked Royal Blood and the whole idea of making your bass sound like a guitar. And then when I got into Tame Impala, that was kind of advanced again and making your guitar sound like a synth or whatever. So that probably explains why I have more pedals than either of the guitarists in the band, and I'm a bass player. But yeah, I love the idea of just completely changing the sound of your instrument and just sounding completely unlike anything else.
Give us a quick rundown of what pedals you use for this
project. I'm looking down it now.
There we
go. This project,
show us some. Hold
it up.
Oh, it's too heavy to hold up.
Do you want to give us a soundscape, like a couple of audio samples or something?
Oh Jesus, I don't know if I could hook it all up for you now. I'll tell you what.
We'll do it next time.
Next time, yeah, we'll do it properly. So, I'm gonna do a gig next time.
Just do a gig, yeah, true Zoom.
Point the camera at it, Lam. Lam, point the camera at it.
I will point the camera at it, Fitz, but only because you asked.
Well, you don't
ignore my bed. Can you see that?
You don't have to listen to us at all. That's a bass. That's bass pedals.
That's for bass.
So tell us, give us a quick rundown of kind of what pedals you got going on there.
So I have a tuner, which is obviously very important. I used a small stone phaser, but I used the version 4. I'm very into pedals. It's from around 1996, so it kind of has a richer kind of phaser tone than the newer ones. I prefer that one. Holy Grail reverb, because usually bass amps don't have any reverb settings on them, and like a bit of reverb on bass kind of just adds more of a full sound to the bass. I have a compressor, obviously, the Pog, which is my octave pedal, which I mentioned prior. I got a Big Muff bass fuzz, a Blues Driver, which sounds fantastic on bass. I have an MXR bass deluxe chorus and a Boss DD20 delay, again getting those edge tones. And the creme de la creme of my tone is the Tech 21 VT bass DI, which basically kind of gets you that it gets you that Ampeg tone without the Ampeg bass, basically.
Okay, and what amp are you using?
I generally just DI that for recording everything, so it saves me having to buy a big Ampeg amp, but yeah.
I got you. Yeah, that's interesting. And Doyler, what about yourself? Let's get back onto musical tastes and then.
I don't actually have my equipment with me at the moment because the girlfriend says it takes up too much space, so I have to hide it in my car at the moment until we figure that out. But I suppose growing up, I was a massive Bon Jovi fan. All right.
Nice.
As weird as that sounds, Bon Jovi was my life. I loved it.
Huge fan over here.
Yeah, saw them live. Oh, I loved them. And then one of my friends was like, "Listen, man, you need to cop on." And he got me into grunge music. He got me into Pearl Jam, Nirvana. I know Smashing Pumpkins aren't considered grunge, but that kind of era, that 90s alternative rock era, and I fell in love. I was a grunger. I didn't dress like a grunger. I didn't act like a grunger, but I was a grunger at heart. And then I suppose I kind of moved more towards the Strokes and the indie artists like the Arctic Monkeys, as Fitz was saying, and Lamb. A big Alex Turner fan. And then, yeah, it took me a very long time to get into the Beatles, but now I will tell you that the Beatles are the best thing ever. And then as I got older, I suppose, like, I was only about a year and a half ago, I got big into Radiohead and like Ed O'Brien and what he can do with a guitar. And I think, like, when you look at a band, if you want to model yourself off a band, I don't think there's a better band in the world or ever than Radiohead for producing albums. Like, they're just fantastic. But me myself as a guitar player, I just picked up like a little guitar when I was a kid, and I was like, "Mom, I want to do guitar lessons," and she sent me off, and I did that, and didn't work for me, so I kind of put it down for a couple of years, but then just self-taught myself, picked it up. And then singing, I didn't know I could sing until I was in secondary school. I just joined a school show once. I kind of just decided, look, I'll try it, and got through the auditions, and all of a sudden I was on stage singing in front of people, and people were telling me I was pretty good at it. And that's really when I fell in love with music. I was like, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do forever, to be honest. Doesn't matter that I'm working for full-time in another job. It's always music takes priority for me.
Yeah, no, it's great you had that opportunity in school as well. Like, not many people get a chance, like, to sort of find their voice in a way, you know, and sometimes that talent gets discovered even further down the line. It's interesting when that happens, you know, especially guys it's not really a thing you see, you know, guys singing songs and stuff like that just without any sort of almost a goal or reasoning behind it. Now, you know, so, you know, you wouldn't be singing in school or whatever, do you know what I mean, hanging around, and all of a sudden you don't hear guys singing out of nowhere, you know, or humming to themselves or anything. So it's really great when you have something in school like that. You know, we had a school choir as well in secondary school, so that kind of made me realize that I'm not a singer. No, I'm only messing. It made me realize that I'm a baritone, for example, which, surprise, you know. But it's great when you have those platforms, you know, of assistance along the way, so you were able to kind of figure it out sooner. Where do you guys gig normally? Like, what's your kind of venues that you normally have played in before the lockdown?
We were in the Kino in Cork. We did Cypress Avenue in Cork. We've done Fred Zeppelin's.
Oh yeah,
we've done Fred Zeppelin's twice. We've done Cypress twice. We were meant to have a couple of more gigs in bars like the Roundy and Crane Lane, and both lockdown kicked in then and killed it.
And have you gigged in Dublin yet, or
never gigged in Dublin, but it was on the cards. We don't really have much of a. It was weird because we were worried that if we went and tried to arrange it, that we wouldn't have much of a following. But looking at our
the analytics
at our artist page, the most listens that we have come from Dublin, which is interesting.
It is interesting, yeah. And like, look, I'm based in Dublin, you know, and the deMars kind of camp is based here, so yeah, stay in touch anyway. And you know, I'm connected with a lot of venues here, and yeah, ultimately it doesn't really matter if you have a following yourself or if you're not sure about how to tap into that following, you know. Ultimately it's like who you play with as well, you know, especially when you're gigging outside of your county, do you know what I mean? So it's never, I wouldn't ever really worry about it too much. People expect that, you know, you're not going to just tag along a load of people from your county, but as well, I guess it's trying to reach out to those people that you have on your you know, your analytics are telling you. It's all very interesting stuff, like this whole marketing thing I'm only getting into recently, you know, trying to understand where are people watching from, what's their, you know, it's a little bit creepy at the start. Talking about it's a little bit creepy, but you get all this information about them. Now, it's not about their individual stuff, although it can show IP addresses and stuff like that on websites. That's a little bit too much, you know. You're not going to really do anything with that anyway. But
yeah, well, we were lucky enough that an independent label approached us after we did a gig in the Kino, and they signed us. That's Strawberry Media Productions. So they kind of they help us out a lot with our marketing strategies, and they help us out with our.
That's fantastic. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, so they're only small. It's an independent label, as I said, but it's a start.
Absolutely. Definitely. Look, geez, whatever helps get the weight off the shoulders. Do you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of work involved in running a band. You know, a lot of people watching here anyway know this whole drill, because a lot of people tuning into the show are musicians primarily, you know, or big fans of music, let's say. So they're surrounded by music and they know the drill. But it's a huge enterprise, I like to say. You know, it's not just a band, it's an enterprise.
Yeah.
So you're very lucky if you have people you can sort of, you know, friends essentially, and I can see you guys are obviously, you know, friends. Or at least on the forefront. I don't know what's going on behind the curtains, but no, you seem like you are good friends. So no, it's good to have that band of brothers, you know, that kind of like a dysfunctional family style. But at the end of the day, yous are all in it together. So it's really good, and yeah, I'm happy he's got an extra member and stuff. What's the plan? You told me a little bit just to close off, because first of all, I want to thank you, three of you, for popping onto the show. It was a pleasure getting to know you, having a chat with you here. Tell us what does the future hold for the ACA? I know you mentioned a little bit about recording, so just tell us a little bit so the viewers at home can
well, we have 3 songs ready to release now. We're going to release one. We're going to release them as singles and not an EP, and see how the marketing strategy goes for that. So we're releasing our first releases. Lam, help me out. You know me, I'm terrible with dates.
October 30th.
Thank you.
October 30th, yeah.
October 30th, we're releasing our single called Play. Did I get the right name, Lam?
You did, man. You did.
Yes.
Well,
Proud of myself. Yeah, we're releasing our single called Play. It's a song we wrote. It's actually the first song me and Kieran played together, and it's been a while. We did record it before, but we just weren't really happy with how it came out. So we re-recorded it again. We're much happier this time around, and we're ready to release it. And I think that's kind of an exciting point for us, because we've been hanging on to it for so long. It'll be nice to see what people actually think of it.
Brilliant.
We're going to release that. Then we're going to try just to release the other 2 all the way up to Christmas.
Great.
And then we're looking at doing some live stream gigs. And obviously I was talking to you about that on the phone, and we'll probably go into more detail about that. But after that, hopefully lockdown will lessen, and then we can get back out there gigging. We want to get out of Cork, we want to get to Dublin, we want to get to Galway. So once the lockdown restrictions are lifted, I think, well, it's not lockdown, I shouldn't say lockdown, but once the restrictions are lifted, I don't really see.
Might as well be lockdown.
It might as well be lockdown at this stage, but I don't see anything really holding us back. Like we don't have the biggest following, but we have a good following. Like whenever we gig, we have a big crowd. Whenever we host stuff, we get good listens. So we're really happy right now. But I think, and unless I'm missing anything, lads, please jump in. But I think with the releases, we want to get a music video done, and then get gigging again.
Great. I was going to ask you about music videos as well. Of course, it's a hard time to be doing that. So that's amazing. So am I getting this right? You're giving me an exclusive play of your upcoming, okay, that pun clear, very much not intended here, of your upcoming single Play. This is an exclusive, right? Nobody has heard this yet?
Nobody has heard this yet? True.
Fantastic. I love when this happens. I wasn't even expecting it. Cause I understood that. I thought you meant that all the songs that you're sending me were on the on Spotify, because I recognized Slip, and I think, was it right next the Slip, sorry, and right next to you, I don't know which 2, but which one you wanted right next? Flurry, my apologies, was the one you requested, right? And Play. So great. I didn't know that was exclusive. Great. Happy days, guys. deMars Camp once again getting exclusive songs. Always love when that happens. It's an absolute honor. Guys, listen, I wish you the very best with your upcoming releases. Send me the pre-save, by the way, of Play when you have it done. I don't know if you are releasing it. Obviously, you are releasing it through Spotify if you have your other tunes there. Send me that pre-save. I'm gonna get my community riled up for it, so you guys get a successful launch on the 30th, because of course that first day plus that first week, it all influences the Spotify algorithms, you know, the more listens you get on that first couple of days is so crucial. So the pre-save is really, really important. And yeah, that's going to be the last Friday of this month, just before Halloween. Excellent. That seems like a pretty good day to release, I have to say. I have a good feeling about the 30th of October for a release date. I know a few other bands doing that. Absolute legends, guys. So Fitzy, we got Doyler, and we got Lamb. And listen, guys, absolute pleasure chatting with you. Yeah, and possibly we'll end up working together. We don't know what will happen, what the future holds. But I guess that's for another conversation, guys. What before I let you go, what's the best place people can find you? Where do you want to funnel people towards? Facebook? Do you have a website? Instagram. That's your favorite one to go to, is it? Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. I know Instagram's a little bit ahead of Facebook now. Well, it has been for quite a while, right? So what's your Instagram? Is it the ACA music or band?
That's it,
the music. Excellent. Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. What are we at? Today's Thursday. Have a wonderful end to your week. Please God, this fucking lockdown is over and we can all see each other and gig together.
Absolutely.
See you later, guys. Peace. Take it easy.
Cheers, man. Thanks for having us. See you later now.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Nothing wrong with a bit of Bon Jovi. Maximillion Foy, absolutely, brother. You said it. Claire Nolan, welcome. And good to see you in the chat. You're a bit late. Hey, listen, don't worry about being late. It's all G. Glad you could even tune in for a little bit. That's great. You came in for a good part, and it was a really nice chat with the guys there. All the way from Cork, the ACA. I didn't know much about them before, but I learned a lot about them within that 30-minute segment. And I hope you guys did too. We're getting a pre-play exclusive, guys. You know how much I love these. And this is one of their upcoming tunes, which is going to be released on the 30th of October, called Play.
Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe it's all my fault again. Let's play pretend. It wouldn't be the first time. It seems I've gone and broke a heart again. Count to 10. And catch your breath. I know it seems too much, but know that I still want to hold you close. But circumstances, they will pull you down until you choke. And I'm the one who's blamed for all that's gone. And I know these games are better played alone. It's not fair. We didn't fail, we just moved on. I can't see the rules. Pathetic irony. Life's playing tricks on me again. It's better than seeing you in the company of that ever-present misery because of me. And then I'll stop and say that we're still friends. You'd rather not. You think that we're pretending. Now I know just what you play me for in the end. And I'm the one who's blamed for all that's gone. And I know these games are better played alone. It's not fair. We didn't fail, we just moved on. I can't see the rules.
Woohoo! That was the ACA. Oh. almost going for round 2 there. That was the ACA with their upcoming single called Play, which is going to be released on the 30th of October, guys. We're going to do a pre-save exclusive, what do we call it? The pre-save raid for them as well, coming closer to the date. So, Maxim, bless you. Yeah, thanks, man. I had a lovely sneeze there. Very well required. Needed that sneeze. So, listen, guys, that concludes that concludes our show. Thanks so much for tuning in. Much appreciated. For coming in and keeping me company. Hope you've enjoyed the independent music. We had some a great segment there with Maximillion Foy once again. Just want to give a big shout out to him again for that. And the wonderful ACA, the ACA. That's, I don't know why I said it so many times. I think I was trying to spell it there the second time. But you can find them on Instagram under the ACA Music. And yeah, follow them. They got 3 singles that are going to be released up to Christmas. So we're going to get a lot of music from them, guys, all the way from Cork. And yeah, it's just great to get some music from outside our conventional counties. So really cool chatting to the guys. Slap the like button, guys, if you hadn't done it already. It does help the video push up a little bit. It helps everybody involved. And do hit that subscribe button if you are feeling keen enough to. This show is all about music, and it's all about helping musicians and helping the community, helping people express themselves onto the show. So yeah, if you're ever wanting to get involved in any other way, do fly me a message, and yeah, we can figure something out, make something work onto the show. And yeah, slap the bell button as well if you want to get notified. We're trying 3 times a week, but I might be changing some stuff around, so I don't want to make any promises. We've got a show on Saturday with the wonderful kind Matthew Redmond, I believe is his last name, and Annalise Firkin. Of course, we've been listening to a lot of her in the past week, so really looking forward to having a chat with those 2 wonderful musicians. And then on Tuesday, we're going to have our international segment once again. Big shout out to Lindsey for suggesting these fantastic international artists. So we're going to have 1 guest on Tuesday, and of course, in between, we're going to have the pick for the weekend, courtesy of Rebecca Cappuccini. And we're going to be getting some, oh yeah, there was an artist that released 2 songs at once, which is really interesting. I don't know much more. Oh, it's Heka, Heka, and we played them on Tuesday or last Saturday, I believe. That was on Tuesday. So yeah, we're gonna get to know them again. Fantastic band, guys. You got to check it out. So that's our pick for the weekend. And on Tuesday we got Claire Nolan once again with Consider This. I'm so bleeding blessed to have you all here, guys, and to have all these wonderful people on the show. What can I say? It was absolutely enjoyable today. Thanks so much. I'm gonna love yous and leave yous. You know the drill. Check out the description there in the video if you want to know any more information about anybody that was on the show today. We got links there to everything and all the music that was played, except for the Maximillion pick thing. I'll have to throw in all those artists as well. Also, if you want to donate or contribute a little bit more to the show, there's links there to show you how you can do so. Also, there's links to all of our platforms there through Linktree, which are not sponsoring the video, but I feel like I should give them a shout out because it is actually a fantastic service. Maybe one day they will sponsor me. You have all your links in one go. I was a little bit wary of it at the beginning, like it won't catch on, it won't be great, but it's actually fantastic, and I ended up paying a monthly fee for it. I think it was a couple of euros, and all my links are just there, nicely decorated and stuff like that. So you'll know what I mean when you check it out. But my link tree is down there, and you can. I'm not getting sponsored or paid, or I don't get any benefits. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I'm getting used to the future when I have to promote other products. So maybe I'm just envisioning stuff that's not happened yet. You know what I mean? Or you don't. Doesn't matter. It's all good. So I'm gonna leave you with one last little bit of music, and I'm gonna leave you with another tune by the ACA, and they're absolutely fantastic. This song is called Flurry. So take it easy, guys. Love yous and leave yous. Have a great end to your week, and I'll see you in 2 days. Not too long away. See you on Saturday, 6 p.m. Dublin time, just for anybody watching internationally. And pleasure as always. God bless and good night.
for? Can anyone or thing please try to help me? I cannot find the time and space. There's nothing new out there that can excite me. But there's nothing in the way stopping yourself from becoming you. You're the only one that can make a difference. There's no turning back, the way is clear. All you have to do is let go of fear and become something new. And color me something new. And color me something new. And color me something new. Color me something. But there's nothing in the way stopping yourself from becoming you. You're the only one that can make a difference. There's no turning back, the way is clear. All you have to do is let go of fear and become something